Hello, Planet Earth. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're at IDK, my BFF Jill 730.
My BFF Jill 730.
I'm Preston L. Young, wishing you warm salutations and congratulations as always. You've made your way to the Buffington Post.
How you doing?
Alright, so I went to the school supply store this past week and I got myself some bookends, finally. And I don't know why, but I wanted to get this little bell. So I'm still worried about how I'm going to incorporate it into my videos, but we're going to be figuring that out. Anyway, this week on Wednesday, April 19th, 2017, we are getting a double dose of the Buffyverse, which I was not aware of, actually, until yesterday or the day before when Ken tweeted at us saying, oh, hey, get ready, because we're getting it in 4 days. And so, anyway, I thought Buffy was going to be next week, but it's not. But today we are going to be doing viewer feedback for Angel Season 11, Issue number 3. And just to let you know, this Wednesday I will be covering Angel number 4 before we get into Buffy number 6, because my last video was on Buffy number 5, and so I just want to keep Buffy Angel, and so I'll probably not get around to covering Buffy number 6 of Season 11 until Thursday. And so, without further ado, let's talk about what you guys had to say about our 3rd issue of Angel Season 11. Here we go.
Get your ass down here!
This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Alright, so first up, and I'm gonna butcher your name, but we've got Gotenkun Ankoku, who says, I was a little bit disappointed with this issue. That thing with changing the past, it's a little weird, like that. For the language, it's weird, everybody speaks English, but it's a sonoristic facility, I think, like in Pylea or Kortoth. Sure, I get the English thing, I get the language thing, it's, I mean, how are you gonna get around it? Although, again, like I said in my review, you could totally just explain it away with a line of dialogue about how they're, understand, primordial demon languages because they're connected to, demon essence already, but whatever. Yeah, and the changing of the past, are they really changing the past? Was this all just how it originally went down and the story just kind of got muddled? I don't know. But, yeah, I appreciate your feedback, and I've been a little bit disappointed with this entire season, if we're going to be honest, so join the club. And next up, we've got Hayden McGee. And Hayden says, the thing that's annoying me most about the time travel stuff is that when a universe does it, they need to set up that universe's rules in regards to time travel, which haven't really been clarified yet. Unless perhaps Illyria has to be the one to defeat and entomb her original self? I don't know anymore. I'm kinda over it. Bring Faith back already. Dude, I know. Bring Faith back, but they're bringing her over to Buffy, and like I said, honestly, I'm glad that Faith is not all entrenched with this bullshit time travel stuff. And I know some of you like it, but I'm just not a fan, Where are the stakes? Where are the stakes? Yeah, and the rules of time travel, we still don't know how all that works, even though Time of Your Life was 3 seasons ago. We still don't know how all of that is going to work, but I will be talking more about Time of Your Life in viewer feedback for Buffy number 5, because I had a whoa moment this past week. Alright, and next up we've got Mr. Ken Miller. As everyone surely knows, I am a huge fan of Angel, so for me to say what I'm about to might shock some of you. I absolutely despise this season. The reason I dislike the season so far is the Illyria they have given us is not the Illyria that I have grown and loved in the Buffyverse in respect to the IDW Comics version of her. She is known as Illyria the Merciless, not Illyria that, oh, I want to change time and stop all of my worshippers from being murdered and stop my past ancient demon self from being so destructive. That makes no sense to me at all. If the Illyria from the future knows anything about herself, she would know that the Illyria from the ancient past isn't going to give a damn about her worshippers. She's going to give a damn about keeping her power and control over this other old one. This future Illyria is combined with Fred, just seems to have way too much emotion and feeling. I can't stand it. This is not the Illyria that we have grown to know in the Buffyverse. When in the hell did she get all this morality? Now, if the writers would hint to Fred's humanity wearing down or having an effect on future Illyria's conquer-all attitude, then I could possibly understand this change in personality. Like, the best example I can give is look at Illyria when she came back in Magic Town in Season 10 of Angel and Faith to the Illyria we are now getting in Season 11. It's like a completely different character. The other part of this issue I really didn't like was how these pacifist demons summoned another old one just as powerful as ancient Illyria to her domain. I would think that the ancient Illyria of the past would never allow any of her subjects to obtain that type of power to be able to call an old one forth. Don't get me wrong, it was very interesting that the demons did try and call another old one to fight off Illyria so there would be peace in the land, but at the same time that didn't really make sense either. I doubt they would have killed each other off without destroying everyone and everything in their path. First, as we caught a glimpse of, quote unquote, volcano exploding. Angel and Fred's banter back and forth is actually rather cute. I have missed that, and I absolutely love the joke that Fred said about being home in the cave, but those were really the only parts of the issue or season so far that I'm really enjoying. Oh, the other cool piece that they had in this issue was where they used that bowl to contact Sophronia and Lavinia. So, once again, not really pleased with the season of Angel 11 so far. I hope the writers have something more in store for us than hopping all over the past to fix the future when we don't even know in the future if the future needs to be fixed. We know that it does need to be fixed, we just don't know why. Now, I have some spoilers for what's going to happen. I don't want to give anything away, but no, we don't want to know. Thank you. Once again, thank you, Preston, for doing these videos. It is always so much fun to hear your perspective and to read everyone's comments. We really are the group that keeps Buffy alive, and the more videos you put up, the more steadfast in that belief I stand. Also, hey, quick thought, wouldn't it be cool if these pacifist demons turned out to be some ancient part of the wolf, ram, and heart? So it would be cool to get a glimpse or even sort of mention of them. Maybe they will help to find a way to stop the volcano from erupting and help achieve a different outcome. That could all just be real wishful thinking. I don't mean to beat the same drum, but I would not rehire the writers or artists ever again for the Buffyverse. I think if the art was really detailed and colorfully, I think you're trying to say adept, because inept means something completely else. It would be somewhat better. I even feel this is so far off Angel's true mission statement of redemption. We are not even sure what he is supposed to be redeeming. They are just hopping all over time because of Angel's whacked dreams, Fred's persistence that something is wrong, the creepy bugs, flowers, and smoke demons, and of course the inconsistent help of Illyria. They couldn't even make the other old one look original. It looks like Illyria with wings. And not meaning to nitpick, but what the hell, did anyone else notice that her followers that were entombed with her, as we saw in Season 5 of Angel, they all looked like her, just in smaller form, but here we are in the comics, and her followers look nothing like her. If anyone already read Angel After the Fall, then you know ancient Illyria does not listen when it's in battle. It took a massive amount of psychic energy and emotion transfer to disable her for just a moment. Illyria of our time knows this about herself, so I doubt she is going to try and talk herself out of going to war. I'm hoping for a good finale to this arc. Illyria from the end of Season 5 of Angel is completely different from the Illyria that we get in Season 9 of Angel, and a lot of that has to do with everything that goes on in Illyria Haunted, and Illyria kind of like coming back to life, if you will. Just Season 9 Illyria and Season 10 Illyria don't make a shit ton of sense. And then when we have Season 10 Illyria put up against Season 11 Illyria, it's like, what the heck? Yeah, I agree. Like, who are you? Who are you, Illyria? And I get it, like, Illyria's kind of our freshest character, at least from, you know, the television show. Like, she's kind of the newest to still be in the mix. But yeah, it doesn't make a shit ton of sense, and especially when Illyria was talking in season 9 about how time travel will like rip the universe in half, it doesn't make a shit ton of sense of why Illyria would just be like, oh, whoop-de-doo, time travel. And again, we don't really know the rules of time travel, even though we did have Time of Your Life, which I just talked about. As far as what you're saying about these pacifist demons being an ancient form of Wolfram and Hart, I don't believe so. The Wolf, Ram, and Hart seem to be 3 very specific demons, and I don't believe that we will ever see the senior partners. I think the whole point of the senior partners is that they remain unseen, they remain aloof, they are kind of unreachable, they don't incarnate, and yeah, I hope we'll never see the senior partners. I feel like that adds to their mystique. And as far as what you're saying about the other old one being just like a copy of Illyria, I've noticed that ever since we got into the comics, they just love to have like tentacle monsters be the demons, and I'm not a big fan of the tentacle monsters. Like I kind of like get it, especially like when you look at Jasmine in season 5, like she's supposed to be this like power that was whatever, and so like if you exist on like this alternate plane or whatever, it makes sense that you would have like these tendrils, because you know you don't really have to exist in this physical space or whatever, and so you just kind of like reach out and touch everything or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of annoying, just more tentacly demons all the time, just some new version of some tentacly demon, and I wish that they would just get a little bit more creative with it. Yeah, and as far as what you're talking about Illyria trying to convince itself not to, do all this, I don't think that Illyria will be the reason for its own entombment. But at the same time, I do think that Illyria is going to kind of like merge with its old self somehow. I don't know. We'll find out. Thank you, Ken. Up next, we've got Wesley Glasgow. I also didn't hate it, so there's a glimmer of hope in the future. Overall, I felt like they were really starting to get the feel for Angel and Fred's voices, too. It's interesting to see Illyria presented as a good ruler, at least by Old One standards. Really not sure where you're getting this good ruler thing from, because, I mean, look at Illyria. It's literally about to erupt a volcano in order to prove that it's, like, bigger and badder, and it doesn't give a shit about all these folk, you know? The time travel, though, my first thought was that Angel, seeing that they can actually really affect the future with this new demon species up and kicking in the present, would be thinking, oh no, we got lucky that nothing is too messed up, we need to go back to the future, we are seriously fucking with everything. They have no guarantee that stopping Illyria will fix anything, and it all seems inherently selfish to me. Accepting that this time travel thing is a good idea, though, I like how the evil Old One's design is really messy and chaotic looking compared with Illyria's sleekness. The cave moment was good, and the pacifist home base was cool. Maybe Lavinia is still superficial, like the pacifist demon is a sugar daddy. I doubt she needs the money, though. Or really good in the sack? Yeah, I don't know. Both of your ideas about the demons using English and Illyria's memory are interesting. The memory bit might be the best explanation to get us out of the whole time travel debacle. Yeah, I agree. I don't understand why Angel isn't saying, hey, time travel's fucking dangerous. It makes no sense for Angel's character at all. Or Fred's, who is like all about physics and like the balance of the universe. Like, hello, Fred, wake up. Yeah, and the thing is, like, they don't expect, like, the reason that they're here in the first place wasn't to fix Illyria's bullshit until Illyria realized that, oh, I accidentally brought you here subconsciously. And so I don't know why they don't just kick this trip in the pants and go, because it just seems silly. It seems so silly. And you were saying that it seems selfish. You know, and Illyria's all about the selfishness, but it's like you said, like, Illyria's not about the redemption. And if they would explain away that Illyria was, like, being chipped away by Fred's humanity, again, that would make some sense. But yeah, it doesn't make the sense. You saying it's, like, selfish, like, Illyria's inherently selfish. And so, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the magical empathy that Illyria suddenly fucking has. etc. And yeah, I'm hoping that I'm right about Illyria's memory just being kind of confused and, shadowed by the wrong information. And I'm hoping that does get us out of this. But anyway, thank you, Wesley. And moving on to Mr. Andre Asante. It actually didn't suck. Yep. Alright, and all of the comments about my predictions for this month's issue, they're all about Buffy, and so we'll get to them tomorrow or later today. But anyway, that's what you guys had to say about Angel Season 11, Issue number 3. We're all very confused. Some of us are, some of us were more impressed with the direction that it's going, and some of us were like, really, I'm starting to get what you're getting. And so we're all really still conflicted about Angel Season 11. I'm hoping that by the time we get out of Illyria's past and start moving into Angel's past, it will pick up and we'll actually have some stuff to care about. But it seems like the only thing that we all really care about at this point is just the fact that a lot of this doesn't make a shit ton of sense. And so, anyway, Planet Earth, like I said, we'll be back Wednesday with Angel Season 11, number 4 recap and review, and in the meantime, let's just cross our fingers and hope that stuff gets better.
Exactly.
I didn't even use my bell. I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with that damn bell. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do with the bell for my Angel reviews is I'm gonna be like, every time something doesn't make sense, we're gonna ring the bell, and we'll see how many dings each episode gets. That's what I'm gonna do for Angel anyway. We'll probably do something like, every time like somebody cries on Buffy, like ding ding ding. I've got the car magnet on my truck. It says, what would Buffy do? I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, well, she'd probably cry first. Anyway, Planet Earth, that's all I've got for today, you guys. I hope you're having a great 2017 so far, everybody. Happy Easter, if you're into that. I'm Preston L. Young. Have yourself a great day today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Joe?
730.
Also, hey, quick thought, wouldn't it be cool if these pacifist demons turned out to be some ancient part of the wolf, ram, and heart? I mean, where in the time they should have... What?